Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Teasing the NFL, your destination for NFL teaser bets. Andrew Chang on my right here. I'm Daniel Saludo. It is time now for the no sweat bet for Week 7 of the 2020 NFL season. But first, we are going to very quickly review Week 6 because we want to be so
Let's
done
just
with it and tired.
skip through it.
So we'll jump through it really quickly. So it was a rough week for us. We both went 8-8 and actually missed on the exact same games. Now, we didn't necessarily have the same picks in the game, but we both missed on every single the 6 games that we had. So it was a rough one. So I ended up finishing the week in total. I'm 69 and 22. Andrew's still right behind me at 67 and 24. The no sweat bet did not do us any better in week 6, and we failed very miserably because New England had offensive line issues. Didn't feel like they were prepared to take on Denver, even though it felt like it should have been like an easy one. But that one was rough. And so we both had New England -3. My other half was Indianapolis -1.5, which barely got there. They had to come back from 21 points.
That was a weird week.
That was a very weird week. And then
God.
Andrew went with Minnesota +2, which I don't blame him for, but I just have a hard time trusting Kirk Cousins.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I mean, yeah, like the second throw was like a pick.
Yeah, it was terrible. So we both missed on that. 0-1 for both of us. And so in the no sweat bet, I'm now 4-2. Andrew's on the flip side of that, 2-4. So we now go.
Just don't take my no sweat bets, America. Gee whiz.
Yeah. So we now go to the actual bets, and the actual bets were rough. And actually, what we did is we did the exact same thing. We took our no sweat bet and made that our actual bet. So I had Indianapolis -2, which of course worked, but then we got New England down to -1, which we jumped all over. Like, oh my God, they just have to win this. Then they have to worry, like, just go out and win it. They lost.
Which they should have done.
They should have. They really should have. And they still had a chance at the end. And then they flopped it. So we both missed on ours. So we went. I told him. I said, I think I'm done for today. Andrew wanted a little bit more action. So he's like, you know what? I'm going for it. He's like, okay, I want Miami. And then he's like, I want a little piece of Sunday night. So he wanted the Rams. So I was like, okay, that's not too bad. You could do worse. Miami was an easy hit for him, of course, but the Rams were just terrible on Sunday night.
Oh,
so
God, don't
we
mind
whiffed
me.
on that, and then we said, okay, we're going to go for Monday night. And I was fine going for Monday night, kind of doing kind of a last stand kind of thing. I was between two minds, however. I was between either going KC and the over in that game or going KC and Arizona, because Arizona was originally the favorite in that game, and then they became the underdog. So we actually would have gotten Arizona either +7 or 7.5 on a teaser. So I was between two minds there, but I felt like KC was more likely to go over because they were playing the Bills, who could get some points. However, that game was raining in there, and if I had paid attention to the weather, I'm a big proponent of, if it's raining a lot, bet the under. And guess what? That game went under. A lot better than it did over. So it was a rough week for us. I went 0-2. Andrew went 0-3. Not the best week we've had, but the truth is we're not going to be perfect. We will have some weeks that we don't do as well as others. And it's only 1 week. I mean, it's a whole season.
At least we put our money where our mouth is.
It's true.
It's true. I'm just like, damn, like, oh my God.
But the comebacks, we're already on the comeback. We had a good Thursday. We had a good win, and so
I had
the
an
comeback's on.
extremely good Thursday.
Yeah,
so.
we both did. So I'm 7-8 in in actual bets, and Andrew's 10-11. So we're both on the wrong side of that, but because of the way and the amount that we bet, we're in the positive right now. Barely for me though. So we will now move on to the no sweat bets for week 7. Andrew, you want to tee it up first? How are we feeling?
Oh man, I'm feeling great. I already hit that Thursday game, so that was good stuff. Let's go Philadelphia.
Yeah.
But this week who did I say? Oh yeah, I'm picking 2 of my favorite teams to bet on, I guess, or one of them might actually be a surprise to you. And that team,
Lay it on me.
That team is the LA Chargers.
All right.
I'm taking them just to win it at 1.5 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Chargers have shown me, at least, that they can cover the spread for most of their games. Actually, if you pay close attention, most of their losses, except for that blowout loss, they've lost by within 3 points or like 5 points, whatever. So that's good enough to me to bet them for the teaser against Jacksonville, who is on the decline. And then my next bet the next part of my no sweat bet is the Kansas City Chiefs. KC didn't let me down in that game, just Travis Kelce, but they are going to who are they playing? Denver.
At Denver in a snowstorm.
Yeah, it's still Patrick Mahomes versus Drew Lock. I have a little more confidence in Patrick Mahomes in the snow. He's played in the snow before, so
It's true.
I have no complaints about that performance either. So that's what I like.
So he actually did something he likes to do a lot of times. He likes to break down, do an early afternoon bet, maybe a late afternoon bet. So this is definitely one for him to take in a late afternoon bet. And so it's a good choice. You got really great value of teasing two teams across key numbers. It's really good. You actually got really good EV in that. So I commend you for that.
I want to hear yours. I wonder if your team is on there.
Very possibly.
Quiet. You've been very quiet. Let's
because I like keeping it a secret from you. So the first one I have is a game that's changed, but I still am going to live by it, and the line on it has moved. So when we recorded Thursday, the Buffalo Bills were minus 12.5. Well, that's changed now because Darnold is going to play for the Jets, and some of the tight ends for Buffalo tested positive for COVID. So this line is now minus 10, I believe.
Oof.
Buffalo minus 10. Yes, 10 or 10.5, depending on where you shop it. But most of the places are 10 now. So if you go back to to the video that we said, I liked Buffalo already at minus 6 back when it was 12.5, and it still plays into the analytic stat of double-digit away favorites.
Told you,
so
that's stats.
Yeah, so that's what. But it's a trend that I'm going with. And because the big truth of it is, I don't trust the Jets. I just can't. Even with Darnold there, even with some tight ends out, I still can't trust them. The Buffalo defense is still good in the end, and the Jets don't offer enough to really show me anything.
They're the Jets, man.
Yeah. So I am going to go with Buffalo. Originally, the video was minus 6.5. It is now minus 4.5 on a teaser, but I would still take it 6.5 anyways, because they should kill them by double digits.
They got shut up by Miami.
Yeah, exactly. So that should be a really good game for me. So I'm going to take Buffalo minus 4.5. The other part of mine is he's partly right. I am going to choose the Steelers game, not the Steelers, even though it is a good value. And Pittsburgh is actually now plus 1.5. Teasing them up to plus 7 is actually a pretty good choice. Ooh. I worry about the defense just a little bit. I'm going to go with the number that I know and understand in this, and I'm going to go with the under in that game at 56.5, or actually some places have it at the teaser up to 57 because now the line's at 51. So I actually am taking two games on an under, which I've actually never done before. I'm usually a pretty big stickler about picking a side. So I'm actually taking two totals. Oh. And I'm taking two unders of all things.
Oh,
but I'm honestly going with a little bit of gut feeling. I'm going with, one of them is a spread, but I'm going the other with an under. But it's it has to do with two analytics that I got. I got one that said take a double-digit away favorite, and take them to win it because the numbers show it against the spread. Take Mike Tomlin on the road for an under.
No.
You still love saying that, dude. So yeah, I'm gonna take Buffalo. I'm gonna take Buffalo minus 4.5, and I'm gonna take the under in the Steelers Tennessee game. 56.5, under 56.5, or under 57, depending on what you get. So that is my no sweat bet. It's quite different from what you normally would see from me.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like those. I might put a small one in the afternoon. I could.
No, man.
Nice little piggyback, you know.
All right, come on, let's go.
Ride your coattails to a positive little record on the no sweat. But yeah, I like those choices. I'm glad that you didn't pick. I mean, Pittsburgh. I mean,
Pittsburgh plus 7.5 is really good value.
Yeah, and they got a shot to win, right?
Of course they do. You always have a chance to win. I don't think Tennessee's going to get Jonnu Smith back anyways. So
I'm surprised you didn't do.
And Tennessee is not going to have Jack Conklin, their left tackle. So that's kind of a big thing.
You don't think it's going to be a get right game for Aaron Rodgers? We didn't see.
Oh, it is, but there's no value in it. If I'm going to bet them, I might as well just bet them straight up. It's kind of similar to betting Seattle on Sunday night. You should just bet them straight up. Yeah, oh no! I gave him another idea. Oh no! But okay, so for the no sweat bets, we'll do a quick review here. Andrew likes Kansas City minus 1.5, teased down to minus 1.5, and the Chargers also teased down to minus 1.5. My choice is Buffalo teased down to minus 4 right now, actually, because the line is plus 10, and taking the under in the Pittsburgh Steelers Tennessee Titans game at either under 56.5 or under 57, depending on where you shop it. So we actually both like these enough that I think we may end up betting each other's game as well. But we'll see. It depends on how the results go. I may put my bet in on the early game and be like, I'm good. I'm done for the week.
And then I'll just be like, F this.
And Ames just like, I want this, I want this, I want this.
Pedal
you know what?
to the
you
metal,
know what? It's
America.
Monday night. I want this one too.
That's right. Hey, dude, I gotta make. Oh God, what's that expression? Make hay while the sun shines.
Something like that. I don't know. Actually, I have no idea.
English is like my 5th language.
Oh, good. That's good to know. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. But let us know in the comments what you think of our no sweat bets, or maybe you have a teaser bet that you really like. We always like hearing about what your opinion is on these games and what your betting styles are. So maybe we'll jump on your bet. Let us know. But until then, for Andrew Chang, I'm Daniel Saludo. Of course, you shake your head properly, depending on.
We got a lot of stuff that ages well out there, and then we got a lot of stuff that don't.
Nobody's perfect. That's what happens. But if you like the content you get in these videos, give us a thumbs up, give it a like, subscribe, tick the notification bell, and select all. That way, you stay up to date with all of our latest previews and videos. But until then, make sure you get your bets in, and of course, don't forget to be a tease. Boom. I like it.